It was when David and his men came to Ziklag that on the third day the Amalekites had raided the south in Ziklag, and they had smote Ziklag and burned it with fire. They had captured the women who were therein, but they slew no one, neither big nor small, but led them away and went on their way. David and his men came to the city, and behold, it was burned with fire, and their wives and their sons and their daughters had been captured. David and all the people who were with him raised their voice and wept, till they had no strength to weep. And David's 2 wives were captured, Ahinoam the Jezreelitess, and Abigail the wife of Nabal the Carmelite. And David was in dire straits, for the people spoke of stoning him. For the soul of all the people was grieved, each man concerning his sons and concerning his daughters. But David strengthened himself in the Lord his God. David said to Abiathar the priest, the son of Ahimelech, "Bring near to me now the ephod." And Abiathar brought the ephod near to David, and David inquired of the Lord, saying, "Shall I pursue this troop? Will I overtake them?" And he said to him, "Pursue, for you shall overtake, and you shall rescue." And David went, and 600 men who were with him, and they came to the brook Besor, and those who were left behind stayed. David pursued, he and 400 men, and there remained 200 men who refrained from crossing the brook Besor. And they found an Egyptian man in the field and brought him to David. And they gave him bread, and he ate, and they gave him water to drink. They gave him a piece of cake of figs and 2 clusters of raisins. When he had eaten, his spirit returned to him, for he had eaten no bread nor drunk any water 3 days and 3 nights. David said to him, "To whom do you belong, and from where are you?" And he said, "I am an Egyptian youth, a slave of an Amalekite. Man, and my master left me for 3 days ago. Today I feel sick. We made a raid upon the south of the Cherethites, and upon that which belongs to Judah, and upon the south of Caleb, and we burned Ziklag with fire." David said to him, "Will you bring me down to this troop?" And he said, "Swear to me by God that you will not put me to death, and that you will not deliver me into my master's hand, and I shall bring you down to this troop." And he brought him down, and behold, they were scattered over the entire landscape, eating and drinking and dancing because of all the great spoil which they had taken from the land of the Philistines and from the land of Judah. David smote them from evening until evening to their morrow, and no man of them escaped except 400 young men who rode on camels and fled. And David rescued all that the Amalekites had taken, and David rescued his 2 wives. There was nothing missing to them, neither small nor great, neither sons nor daughters, nor anything which they had taken to themselves. David recovered everything. David took all the sheep and the cattle. They led before those cattle and said, "This is David's spoil." And David came to the 200 men who had refrained from going after David, and they had stationed them at the brook Besor, and they came out toward David and toward the people who were with him, and David approached the people and greeted them. Then every evil and unscrupulous man of the men who had gone with David spoke up and said, "Since they did not go with me, let us not give them of the spoil which we have rescued, but each man his wife and his children, and let them lead them away and depart." And David said, "Do not do so, my brethren. With that which the Lord has given us, and he guarded us and delivered the troop which came upon us into our hand. And who will listen to you concerning this matter? For as the share of him who goes down into battle, so is the share of him who stays with the luggage. They shall share alike." And it was from that day on that he made it a statute and an ordinance for Israel until this day. David came to Ziklag and sent to the spoil to the eldest of Judah to his friends, saying, "Here is a present for you from the spoils of the enemies of the Lord." To those who were in Bethel, and to those who were in Ramoth of the south, and to those who were in Jatir, and to those who were in Aroer, and to those who were in Siphmoth, and to those who were in Eshtemoa, and to those who were in Rachel, to those who were in the cities of the Jerahmeelites, to those who were in the cities of the Kenites, and to those who were in Hormah, to those who were in Korashan, and to those who were in Athak, to those who were in Hebron, and all the places which David and his men had frequented.